Top Bruce Lee quotes make you 10x mentally stronger. A wise man can learn more from a foolish question than a fool can learn from a wise answer. Bruce Lee. The aphorism suggests that the value of a question lies not in its surface intelligence, but in the depth of reflection it provokes. A foolish question, often uninhibited and unconventional, challenges a wise person to think beyond the ordinary, to explore answers that illuminate uncharted territories of thought. The wise man's learning is not in the answer itself, but in the cognitive process of dissecting and understanding the question, which can reveal new perspectives and insights. Conversely, a fool may overlook the depth of a wise answer, learning little, as wisdom requires a foundation of understanding and curiosity that the fool may not possess. The fool's interpretation is constrained by their limited perspective and the inability to appreciate the wisdom offered. The statement underlines the importance of inquiry, critical thinking, and the willingness to engage with even the seemingly naive or simplistic questions. It teaches us that an open mind can extract knowledge from all encounters, and that wisdom is not just in answers given, but also in the questions we choose to explore. Knowledge will give you power, but character, respect. Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee's quote delineates a fundamental distinction between the acquisition of knowledge and the development of character. Knowledge, as Lee suggests, is a tool that can empower individuals, granting them the ability to navigate the world, solve problems, and achieve success. It represents a form of strength that can command authority and influence. However, character, which encompasses one's moral and ethical traits, earns something arguably deeper and more enduring: respect. Respect is garnered not just through what one knows or can do, but through integrity, honesty, resilience, and the quality of one's interactions with others. Character determines how power is wielded and to what ends. Lee's insight emphasizes that while knowledge can elevate one's status, it is the character that truly shapes one's legacy. It is a reminder that the respect of others, derived from one's character, is a more profound and lasting form of recognition than the mere power that knowledge can confer. Mistakes are always forgivable if one has the courage to admit them. Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee's quote emphasizes the power of humility and accountability. He suggests that making mistakes is an inherent part of the human experience, but the key to overcoming them is the willingness to acknowledge them. This act of admission requires courage because it involves confronting one's own imperfections and vulnerability, as well as the possibility of judgment or criticism from others. The capacity to admit mistakes is a sign of strength and self-awareness. It demonstrates a commitment to personal growth and integrity. The forgiveness Lee speaks of may come from others, but importantly, it must also come from oneself. By forgiving ourselves, we free ourselves from the burden of past errors and can move forward with lessons learned. Lee's quote teaches us that mistakes should not be feared but seen as opportunities for learning and self-improvement. The courage to admit them is the first step towards redemption and growth, and it is this courageous act that makes forgiveness possible. The key to immortality is first living a life worth remembering. Bruce Lee. This statement, often attributed to Bruce Lee, suggests that the quest for immortality is not about physically living forever, but about creating a legacy that endures beyond one's lifetime. It's a call to live a life of significance and impact, one that leaves a mark on the world and in the memories of others. The life worth remembering can be achieved through various means, depending on one's values, passions, and talents. It may involve acts of kindness, groundbreaking achievements, contributions to society, or the profound influence one has on others' lives. The essence of the message is that a person achieves a form of immortality through the memories and influences they leave behind. In this view, immortality is accessible to anyone, regardless of their starting point or circumstances, provided they make conscious choices that reflect their deepest values and aspirations. The statement encourages us to consider our actions' long-term impacts and to strive for a life that resonates with meaning and purpose. If you spend too much time thinking about a thing, you'll never get it done. Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee's quote captures the concept of analysis paralysis, where overthinking impedes action. It serves as a caution against the trap of excessive deliberation, which can lead to missed opportunities and stagnation. Lee emphasizes the importance of striking a balance between thought and action. The quote encourages decisiveness and the willingness to step into the arena of action rather than remaining on the sidelines in contemplation. It's a reminder that while planning and forethought are valuable, they must eventually yield to execution. Ideas and intentions gain value only through their realization. Lee's wisdom promotes the idea that a well-lived life combines thoughtful consideration with the courage to act. It suggests that the perfect moment seldom arrives, and waiting for it often means not moving forward at all. The lesson here is to be mindful yet bold, to think but also to do. If you love life, don't waste time, for time is what life is made up of. Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee's quote underscores the intrinsic value of time as the fundamental currency of life. He posits that a true appreciation for life is incongruent with the wastefulness of time because life is essentially a tapestry of moments. To squander time is, therefore, to squander life itself. The quote is a poignant reminder to be present, intentional, and purposeful with the finite time we have. It suggests that the act of loving life is demonstrated by how we choose to spend each second, prioritizing actions and choices that add meaning and joy to our existence. Lee's message is not just about busyness or productivity, but about mindfulness and the quality of our engagement with the world. It is an invitation to reflect on what we value most and to invest our time there. In essence, to love life is to respect time and to use it in a way that enriches our being and that of others. It's not the daily increase but daily decrease. Hack away at the unessential. Bruce Lee. The quote suggests that improvement and progress are not always about adding more activities, more possessions, more goals, but rather about stripping away the extraneous to reveal and refine the essential. The daily increase can lead to clutter, both physically and metaphorically, which in turn can lead to distraction and a dilution of effort. Lee advocates for a daily decrease, a mindful pruning of life's non-essentials. This is akin to hacking away at the unessential branches so that the tree can direct more energy to flourishing. This minimalist approach is not only about physical belongings but also about commitments, thoughts, and habits. It calls for a discerning eye to what truly matters and the discipline to remove what doesn't contribute to one's core objectives and values. By doing so, one can achieve greater clarity, efficiency, and effectiveness in their pursuits. I'm not in this world to live up to your expectations, and you're not in this world to live up to mine. Bruce Lee. This assertion speaks to the autonomy of the individual and the concept of personal freedom. It implies that each person has their own path, goals, and purpose, which may not necessarily align with the expectations others have for them. The statement highlights the importance of self-determination and the right to pursue one's own vision of a fulfilling life, rather than conforming to the desires or standards imposed by others. Furthermore, it's a reminder of mutual respect for individuality. Just as one should not be burdened by others' expectations, one should also refrain from placing such burdens on someone else. It's a call for personal boundaries and a recognition of the inherent worth of each person's unique journey. The sentiment encourages a healthy detachment from the approval of others and a focus on self-approval and self-defined success. It's a declaration of independence in forming one's identity and making choices that resonate with one's own values and dreams. A goal is not always meant to be reached. It often serves simply as something to aim at. Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee's statement about goals offers a nuanced perspective on the purpose of setting objectives. It suggests that the value of a goal lies not solely in its achievement, but also in the direction and motivation it provides. Goals serve as focal points that guide actions and decisions, channeling energy and resources toward a desired outcome. This concept acknowledges that while reaching a goal is rewarding, the journey toward it is equally important. The process of striving for a goal fosters discipline, learning, and growth. It can push individuals to develop new skills, to overcome challenges, and to expand their understanding of their own capabilities. Lee implies that the act of aiming at a goal is transformative in itself. Even if the goal is not ultimately achieved, the pursuit can lead to valuable experiences and insights that might not have been gained otherwise. Goals, therefore, can be seen as instruments for personal and professional development, regardless of their eventual attainment. Showing off is the fool's idea of glory. Bruce Lee. This quote, often attributed to Bruce Lee, suggests that the pursuit of recognition through ostentation is misguided. It implies that a wise person understands the difference between superficial acclaim and true glory. True glory, in this context, is aligned with genuine achievements and intrinsic merit rather than the mere appearance of success or skill that is showcased for the sake of attention. The statement criticizes the notion that external validation is an end in itself. It values substance over show and meaningful accomplishment over the fleeting satisfaction of impressing others. This viewpoint encourages humility and a focus on self-improvement rather than on seeking the admiration of others through bravado or spectacle. By labeling this behavior as the fool's idea, the quote also serves as a caution against the emptiness of vanity. It fosters a deeper understanding of glory as something earned through authentic deeds and the respect that naturally follows, not something that can be fabricated or forced through exhibitionism. As you think, so shall you become. Bruce Lee. This profound aphorism by Bruce Lee encapsulates the philosophy that our thoughts shape our reality. It suggests a powerful link between the mind and the manifestation of our lives. The idea is rooted in the belief that our inner convictions and thought patterns have a direct impact on our actions, behaviors, and ultimately, our destiny. The quote implies that if one harbors positive, constructive, and ambitious thoughts, those qualities will be reflected in their life's outcomes. Conversely, negative or self-limiting thoughts can lead to a reality that mirrors those limitations. Lee's words encourage mindfulness and self-awareness, urging people to cultivate a mindset aligned with the vision they have for themselves. It's a call to action to take responsibility for one's thought processes, recognizing that they are the starting point for any tangible change or achievement in the physical world. It's a reminder that self-transformation and self-fulfillment begin with the seeds of thought. A quick temper will make a fool of you soon enough. Bruce Lee. This quote by Bruce Lee warns against the pitfalls of succumbing to anger hastily. He suggests that allowing oneself to react impulsively with anger often leads to irrational and regrettable actions. When a person has a quick temper, They are more likely to make decisions or say things in the heat of the moment that they might later wish to take back. The fool in this context is someone who acts without thinking and who allows their emotions to override their better judgment. The essence of the warning is that while emotions are a natural part of the human experience, they should not dictate one's actions, especially when they are as volatile and blinding as anger can be. Bruce Lee's martial arts philosophy included emotional control and discipline, which is reflected in this quote. It encourages self-control and the cultivation of patience, suggesting that taking a moment to cool down and think things through can save a person from unnecessary consequences that might arise from acting on a quick temper.